Hey babes, thank you so much for tuning into this week's All Signs week ahead. So we'll just jump straight into Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. What can you look forward to for the week commencing the 13th of July to the 19th of July? What does Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising need to know for this week ahead? Ooh, okay, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, we've got the Seven of Swords. God, these cards are lively today. And the Two of Swords. Okie dokie. So I think that this is a clear indicator that you need to focus on yourself. You need to focus on yourself, and when you do, and when you remove any blockages that you have got tied into yourself, tied into your mind about what you can and can't do and what you can and can't achieve, and being worried. I feel like you're so worried about how you're being perceived by other people. Once you remove that blockage, there's going to be so much more abundance coming your way. Like, you're literally going to achieve so much more, like way more than you imagine. I think this is a sign for you to want more and do more and get out of your own way, because the more that you let yourself second guess yourself, that it is just causing an issue for you. It's the road in front of you is so clear, and it's like you're looking at the road and you're placing obstacles and roadblocks on it because it's easier for you to foresee a future where it is difficult and challenging. It's almost like it's impossible for you to believe that the road could be clear and it could be easy. So I'm telling you to get out of your own way, stop worrying about what other people are thinking and doing, and do what the fuck you want to do, okay? Right, let's move on to Taurus. So, Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising, please, for the week 13th to the 19th of July. What is coming towards Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising, please? Nice. Okay, lovely. So a little bit of a rocky start there with the Six of Wands in the reverse, but we have got the Sun, the Chariot, and then the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So I think a period of perhaps being mildly humbled, or learning a lesson that you maybe didn't really think you needed to learn. I think this is just a case of a change of perspective, someone knocking you off your pedestal a little bit, not in a really dramatic, awful way. This is more of a self-reflection, being a good sport kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Especially with the Chariot and the Sun coming in straight after that. I think it's more of a, you didn't win this one, but you've gained so much from it, and the people who did win learnt from you, and you're being gracious about it. It's that kind of vibe, okay? And especially with the Chariot and the Sun coming in, I think whatever it is that doesn't quite work out for you here is actually moving you to something bigger and better that you hadn't quite thought of yet. And it feels like something that is going to take you away from whatever's been holding you back. Yeah, it's a very exciting energy. It could even be a fresh start somewhere with the Fool card showing up underneath the Ten of Pentacles. So it might even be that this kind of blip, if you want to call it that, might even like spark something within you where you're thinking, right, okay, well, if these people don't want me and they don't see my worth, I'm going to find the people that do. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's sparking something within you. So actually very exciting for Taurus. Okay, let's move on to Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising for the week 13th to the 19th of July, please. Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising for the 13th to the 19th of July, please. Okay, Two of Swords again. So we've got the King of Pentacles, the Two of Swords and the Eight of Cups. We have got the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. It feels to me, Gemini, like either you're the one who is being stubborn and difficult or you're dealing with someone who is stubborn and difficult. And I think it's probably you are dealing with someone who is stubborn and difficult. I think this person is very set in their ways, and is quite a prominent character in your life. Doesn't have to be masculine, by the way, like a masculine presenting person. It could be anyone, but they are very like sure of themselves, sure of their opinions, sure of their actions. And I feel like you very much disagree with however this person is living their life, however this person is projecting themselves into society, and it's kind of causing a bit of a blockage from you. I think I don't actually see you leaving. Like, I don't think this is a situation where you're actually like walking away and there's like a whole breakup. It doesn't have to be a breakup like for a relationship, just as an expression. It's more of a leaving the emotions behind that person like sparks in you, and you're just kind of looking for other things to focus on, perhaps a distraction. Maybe this person is kind of draining your energy a little bit and you just need to distract yourself from the emotional turmoil or the emotional heaviness that maybe comes with that. And I don't want you to feel bad about feeling like that towards someone else. I don't think you need to. I think you just need to be aware that sometimes it can be draining to be around someone like that, as much as you might love them or like them or whatever, you know? So all right for you, Gemini, really, but more of a just kind of protect your energy as well as being there for others kind of vibe, you know? All right, Cancer. Let's move on to Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising for the week. Cancer, let's redo that time. Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising for the week commencing the 13th of July to the 19th of July, please. Lovely. What else? Okay. All right, Cancer. Bit of a bumpy week ahead. So let's see. Sorry, Cancer. Don't know what happened there. Anyway, we have got the 10 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords. But we do have a nice ending here with the 4 of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. All right, so I think probably what this is telling me is that I think you're probably quite overwhelmed with family, a family burden, perhaps family members, and it might just be causing you a little bit of anxiety. It feels as though here, like, I always find it interesting with this card because he's so much bigger than the city behind him. So, you know, he's obviously he's obviously trying to protect his peace, but he's quite a prominent person or a prominent being there. So it is natural that other people will lean on them for support because they're a big pillar in the community. I do think a little bit of anxiety is maybe holding you back a little bit. However, although I'm saying that, I do actually think you thrive in a position of helping and supporting other people. Especially with this 4 of Wands here. I mean, that's community and love. It's the 1111 card. We have also got the Queen of Wands. Oh, and the Queen of Pentacles underneath that. Loads of nice cards, actually. So, you know, that is just showing me that you're in a very strong position to be offering that support. And it does turn good for you. Like, it's a really good, like, karmic energy that you're getting from that. And it will return back to you. So although it might feel like a bit of a stressful, slightly overwhelming week, it is like in for good reason. Do you know what I mean? And I do feel like you're the type of person, Cancer, that is happy to do that for other people. So although it might be sacrificing a little bit of your creature comforts, you do actually feel really comfortable in it. Do you know what I mean? So that's Cancer. Right, obviously I had to restart and do a new video, so if these timestamps are wrong, I'm really sorry. We've got a Leo next. So Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising. Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising for the week of 13th to to the 19th of July, please. So Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising. Week of 13th to the 19th of July, please. What can they expect? What do they need to know? Sorry, Cancer, I think I said that was the 9 of Swords, but it was actually the 8 of Swords. Because I've got the 9 of Swords here. Right, Leo, we've got the 9 of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and we've got the 7 of Pentacles. And we have got the Hanged Man with the Ace of Cups underneath there. Ace of Swords is making a small appearance as well. Okay, so this to me is you're feeling a bit trapped. You're feeling trapped, you're feeling unhappy, drowning perhaps, outcast, alone, like no one really understands how you're feeling. No one is giving you the time of day. That's what I'm experiencing looking at that card for you. However, I do think, yes, you might be feeling like this now while you're watching this, and yes, you might still be feeling that towards the start of the week. I do feel like something is coming out of the woodwork for you. This is from someone else. I think an offer is coming in, an outreach is coming in that is going to make you feel appreciated. It's going to make you feel like you are worthwhile. Your skills are, someone's after you. You know, this could be romantic, it could be a job offer, it could be a multitude of things. I do think that there is a lesson in the patience that you're being forced to take, which is probably a change of perspective. You know, how lucky are you to live in the situation that you're living in now, no matter how much you want to be out of it. You know, I think there is a gift in not having ultimate control over everything, because that is life. At the end of the day, we cannot possibly have control over everything. So I think a change of perspective is necessary for you, and just kind of being okay with being uncomfortable, being patient. Okay, it's normal to feel like that, but ultimately I do think that there's very good communication coming your way that's going to make you feel, it's, you know, your cup is going to be overflowing. So I do think that your period of waiting shouldn't hopefully be too long for you, and therefore you'll get exactly what you're wanting, hopefully. So Virgo, on to Virgo now. Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising for the week of the 13th to the 19th of July, please. So what is coming towards Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising for the week commencing the 13th to the 19th of July? All right, we've got the Star, we've got the 3 of Pentacles, we've got the 3 of Swords, but we're ending nicely with the 10 of Pentacles there. Okie dokie. So to me, this is someone who is finding hope and acceptance in the pain that they are in. Okay, that sounds a bit strange, but sometimes it can be comforting to know that you have been through something so incredible that can make you feel such pain. You know, there is beauty in it, and I think that's what this week is. I think this week is a week of acknowledging the structure, the community and the support that you have, even while you're feeling like this and going through something very difficult, something very heartbreaking. Because I think even when we're in this, it can feel very isolating. It can feel like we're very alone, and like there is no one but us in our grief, or us in our sadness, or us and our anguish, whatever it is you're going through. But there is a reminder here, just in the background, that yes, you actually are surrounded and abundant and included and part of a community that wants to lift you up and wants to support you and wants to bring you back to your best. And I think through whatever it is you're going through this week, especially whatever might bring it up for you, there's going to be such a nice realization for you that you are incredibly cared for and loved, that it's almost worth this feeling and this experience. For some, obviously not, but you get what I'm trying to say. You know, there is love within sadness. So I think you're going to be experiencing that this week. All right, Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising. For the week of 13th to the 19th of July, what can Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising expect this week, please? Okay, we've got the Judgment card. We've got the Seven of Wands. No, we haven't. Seven of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and then we've got the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Lovely. I think that you are working behind the scenes. I think that you are reflecting. You're putting your ducks in a row. You're looking at them and you're thinking, no, I could do that better. And yes, what I will say is there is not a huge sense of urgency here, which is why I think I'm getting this Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck and not in the spread. I think there's a slight message to, you know, make some decisions, like make them. Think of a thing, have your, you know, your pros and cons list set out in front of you, and then take the time to make a decision, that's fine, but then make it. Make that choice, make that decision. Do the thing, you know, fire that person, hire that person, dump that person, ask that person out. Do the thing that you are planning and meticulously analysing. Don't analyse it and then still not take the action. You have to do the deciding eventually. Doesn't mean you have to tell every single person about it. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you are being dishonest, that you are being inauthentic or anything like that. I think keeping your cards close to your chest is a good move, but I do think that actually taking the action is where we're at a bit of a, I don't know, like a crossroads maybe. And I think that's why the Judgment card is here, showing you that actually, yes, you need to listen when we're telling you to do it. Don't just think, oh yes, I need to do it, and then not do it. You have to take the plunge, you have to take the action, and you have to be brave. That is what the Wands are about. They're about being brave and taking the action. And the High Priestess, you know, your intuition is right. You're very, very intuitively guided. So usually your first gut instinct is the correct choice for you. I understand that you probably want to reflect and plan and look at things deeper, but this is just a reminder here that your gut and your intuition are very, very strong, Libra. So you don't actually need to do all of that because you already know the answer. Okay. All right, Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising for 13th to the 19th of July, please. They were lively for you this week. Ooh, nice. Four of Swords, Nine of Cups, the World card with the Fool. A period of rest. I think a well-earned rest, actually, Scorpio. That's how it feels. I quite literally got a sense of relief spill over my body as I looked at that card. And I think you are shutting out unnecessary distractions, unnecessary people, perhaps family members, perhaps noisy friends, whatever. I think you're closing your door and you're saying, get lost. Your gal needs a minute, all right? And I think when that rest is complete and towards the end of the weekend, at the end of the week into the weekend, this Nine of Cups and the World card, I think you're going to feel completely recharged. I think you're going to be able to sit in a space where you can look around and think, yeah, actually, I manifested all of this. This is everything I wanted, and I'm really happy I've got here. And to rest and experience the thing that you have actively been trying to get when you have it is the greatest gift, because so many people manifest the thing and then they want to manifest the next thing really quickly and they don't enjoy the moment. And I think you're going to enjoy the moment and you're going to naturally recognize, right, okay, the moment is here, we've done it, and I am ready for a new beginning. And because I have this, I am safe enough to do that new beginning. You know, I think there's a real element of safety for your reading, Scorpio, which is really nice. Let's go on to Sag. Saggy. Right, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising for the week commencing 13th of July to the 19th of July, please. Lovely. What else? Okay, oh, nice. Right, so you've got the Page of Wands, Queen of Cups, Six of Cups, and the Sun card. So what I'm thinking for this is, I mean, here you are, maybe not feeling like your absolute best self this week. I think that there's like a small beacon that's going to turn into a fire for you this week. So it's like the very beginnings of a seed that needs watering, like an idea might be forming in your head. And I think what could be happening this week especially is perhaps some communication, some outreach, some emotional feelings tied to a person from your past, or maybe even like a matriarch. So this could even indicate contact from your mum or a mother figure, or some sort of divine feminine person from which you have ties to. I do think that this is probably going to lead to a lot of joy, a lot of abundance. So it might be someone that can feed your confidence, your self-confidence and your self-belief. So I wouldn't worry about not feeling like you've got everything kind of worked out and all your ducks in a row, Sag. I think realistically what we've got here is someone coming forward to offer you support and guidance, and a little bit of, you know, nostalgia in there as well, to bring you back to the sun here, which is recognizing what you have and the gifts that you have to give to other people, you know. Right, let's do Capricorn. Capricorn. Right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising, please, for the week of 13th to the 19th of July. Capricorn, Sun, whoa, okay. Very lively for Capricorn. Let's just try that again. Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising, 13th to the 19th of July, please. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. We've got the 3 and double threes, 3 of Wands and 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Star and we've got the Ace of Wands here as well. I think you're done waiting. I think you're done waiting around for things to happen. I think you're done relying on other people. I think you're feeling a little bit, perhaps a little bit out on an island on your own. Like, well, if they're not going to do it, I can only do it myself. I'm the only one who can do it right. That kind of vibe is what I'm getting. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. However, I would encourage you to try and look at the situation from a slightly more empathetic and hopeful perspective, because it is often never as bad as it seems it is. And I think with a little bit of action, a little bit of creative movement forward, I think you'll recognize that it might feel like you're the driving force behind every single idea and output, and relying on other people seems silly at times, but it prevents burnout. It increases your life, really. Like it's designed, being in a community and having other people that you can rely on is there because we can't possibly do everything on our own. And although it is difficult, especially if like you're a business owner or something to that effect, or you run a very tight ship at a company for someone else or whatever it is, and you're a very proud worker, it can be really hard to release the reins to certain things. However, I do actually think that your quality of life will expand should you be able to kind of loosen your grip, or perhaps even communicate to whoever you might need to be relying upon what you expect. You know, not that I'm saying it's your fault if something has gone wrong and someone's not done anything correctly, but it can certainly be intimidating to work for someone who is so passionate about the project. Okay, don't take that the wrong way. And now we have got Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising, please, for the week of 13th to the 19th of July. Okay, interesting. Aquarius, we have got We have got the 8 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Pentacles with the 2 of Swords. I think you are addressing something this week, Aquarius. I think that you are going to take the lead with a conversation that needs to be had, probably call somebody out for bad behaviour, and come out smelling of fucking roses, to be honest with you. I think, although potentially a bit of an uncomfortable week for you, I do genuinely believe it's going to make you look better, feel better, and clear some energy that's maybe been blocked around you. What I will say is that it might not be received in the best way. Whoever you're talking to may well push this 2 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles onto you. I don't think it's not going to last or anything, so I wouldn't worry about it, but they might try and push you out of a situation or a circle, or they may feel very much pushed out and blocked by your conversation. So that is just something to be aware of. Although I think you are acting in a way that needs to be done and you're doing something that is necessary, I would just be aware of the repercussions of doing that, which could affect you and it could affect them, or it could affect both of you. So, or however many people are involved. So just keep an eye on that. But ultimately, I think you're going to be having some difficult conversations with people who really need to hear what you have to say. So more power to you. Right, Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising for the week of 13th to the 19th of July, please. You are very prominent already in this reading, Pisces. We have got the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups. We have got the 7 of Pentacles, and then you've got an extra one, the 4 of Cups as well coming out. Okay, so for me, this is leading from a place of comfort. You're feeling very safe. You're emotionally I feel like you're very emotionally regulated this week. There could be an offer coming in from someone, but I don't really see it as that. I feel it more as though it's because of how the cards are laid out. I feel like you're lending a helping hand to other people. That's what I think it is, because I don't actually think that you are looking for any input from anyone else right now with this 4 of Cups here. I think that you are quite happy to reflect on what you have and what wisdom you have and the skills and environment and abundance that you can share. And I think that you're going to be sharing that with other people that need it. Got strong boundaries. I appreciate that in a Pisces, I really do. So yeah, I think this week is about you sharing your wisdom or resources, whatever that may be, with someone else, but perhaps multiple people. But I think the offer this time is actually coming from you to someone else, for sure. I feel like you're very emotionally regulated. You're pouring from your own cup. It's a very magnetic position of power that you were in, that you are wielding very responsibly. Does that make sense? So yeah, a nice week to be a Pisces. I think you're going to be offering a lot of support and help to other people. So I apologise for this very clunky reading today. Thank you all so much for being here. You can book a private reading with me in my bio, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, thank you, bye.